Haunted Hearts. Today we're stepping into one of the most spiritually charged, historically layered buildings in Western New York, Wildwood Sanitarium. We're about to begin a 5-hour private paranormal investigation, but first I'm sitting down with the owner, talk about the stories, the energy, and the personalities that still linger inside these walls. It's Przystal.
Yeah, Przystal. It's like almost like crystal.
Right.
Yeah, it's almost like crystal,
Yes.
like with a P, like except for a P.
Yeah, I said it right.
Like, yeah, you did say it right, and most people don't. Most people don't. So good on you, because
I appreciate you coming here early to open up
yeah, of course,
the sanitarium for me so
definitely.
I can interview you.
Yeah. I'll start from like how we got it too. So in 2017, my mother-in-law Lori purchased the building, and it was actually going to be condemned at the point. It was in such rough condition. But she toured it a few times, and then she ended up finding out some of the history from some people, and just digging into it and everything. She came in here and she's a sensitive, she's a medium, so she felt that something was going on, and she's like, there's something about this building. She looked into it a bit more and found out that it used to be this old sanitarium in the early 1900s. It's basically really a big house at this point.
At this point, yeah.
Well, there's 14 rooms here and 5 floors, including the attic and the basement. So it is a pretty big building, you know? So it was so when it was a sanitarium too, they had 10 to 12 patients here at a time. So it wasn't like one of those big sanatoriums you would think of, where they had tons and tons of patients and it was huge, all these rooms, right? This was like a private thing.
So where do you get the most activity?
Most activity, so a lot of people get 3rd floor in the basement. Usually, we have a guest book over there, and that's typically what people will say is the 3rd floor in the basement.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Did you and Brooke, your wife, ever spend the night here?
Yeah. I've done solo investigations here as well, and I've gotten a lot of really good things here solo. Actually, a lot of really cool, interesting things. Even so my last thing with my podcast that I told you about and everything, I was here solo because John was he wasn't able to make it here. So I was here solo, and there was a lot happening, especially in the basement. It was really eerie. I could feel them all watching me too. I swear when I do solos here, it's just a whole different vibe. It's really weird.
It's a different vibe when you're on your own.
Oh, anywhere, yeah, it definitely is.
Shifts.
It really is. They center in on you, It's just you, it's just you and the spirits around you.
And you're not as distracted.
Yeah.
By the people around you.
Yeah, that's not and the energies. Well, you got other people's energies too. That can affect an investigation too. Other people's energies around you, and even the living.
Oh,
that's what I believe. Because even the spirits you're communicating with, they were once living. The energy's no different, really. They're just in a different form, right? You still. Well, from what I believe, being living, you still put out energy like that. I would even go as far to believe at times, I have a theory where even the living can set off equipment. We can set off equipment at times because of our energy and our aura. Our energy and our aura, I think at times we can even set that stuff off.
Wait,
without even touching
you're the perfect person for me to ask. So I've been wondering, do ghosts see that we're, we have spirits. You have a spirit, I have a spirit, we have a spirit.
Right.
So does a ghost see our spirit and not know that we're not dead? Do you know what I'm saying? Do they see also our body?
It's really a good question. I feel like they do know. Some of them know that we're still alive. I wouldn't say all of them know. I feel like some spirits are more aware than others on what's going on. I think some don't even know they're dead. For one, some don't even know they're dead. Some earthbound spirits don't even realize they're dead. I think it's a lot of times, from what I understand from learning from Brooke and Lori, is that earthbound spirits, when they don't know they're dead, it was usually related to a very traumatic or quick death, where it just happened so quickly and rapidly that they didn't even realize what happened, or it was just so traumatic they don't remember it even.
So they might not even know that they're dead, and some of them might not even know that we're alive.
Yeah. No, definitely. The awareness does shift. It's definitely different, because I've talked to some spirits here and at other places that seem to be more aware of what we're doing on the living side than other ones are.
Yeah.
Some of the spirits here, even for instance, some of them are definitely more aware than others here. My friend John, he documents a lot. I document a lot of it. Actually, at one point, I plan on I haven't done this yet though. I want to have a book of the characteristics of each spirit we have here and kind of put it together.
That's a
to
great
kind of
idea.
give people almost a guidebook. So if they're experiencing like this activity or this and this and that, or getting these answers, it's this spirit probably, most likely.
Yeah.
You know, like basically almost like a little mini handbook, almost like a guidebook for people.
And they would probably, the spirits would probably appreciate that.
Oh yeah, yeah, no,
because
because like I feel like they probably get annoyed sometimes for people being like coming in here and they'll see like some YouTube video or whatever talking about Tommy, for instance, and then like, oh, they're talking to Henderson's trying to come through though, and they're thinking, oh, like, oh, this is Tommy, and Henderson's over rolling his eyes like, no, like I'm literally Dr. Henderson. I'm like trying to tell you guys that, like you know, like you know, it's like you know something like that, you know, because I know that would make me mad. If I was sitting there trying to communicate with someone, thought I was someone else, you know, that would annoy me.
Deserve to be heard.
That'd make me not want to even communicate anymore. You know?
Even the people who have passed on deserve to be heard. That's an interesting way to look at it. That's what I talk a lot about in my podcast too, is the intersection of mental health and like the paranormal, basically, and like ghosts are people too in that sense of. And actually, speaking about that, has there been anything throughout the years that got you into this that was almost like in the psychological way of what drew you to?
Yeah, so I have this story from when I was 16 years old. This is what really made me actually believe in the paranormal. So when I was 16, my grandmother passed away from thyroid cancer. And she passed away in her house. They actually had her like on machines and everything, keeping her alive. And they unplugged her there at the end of her life, and we were all there gathered, me and my family, and it was a really horrible moment. You know, we were all sad. We all went outside. At the time, I smoked cigarettes. Well, a lot of my family, we smoked cigarettes. I don't smoke anymore though. I quit. But
good job.
Yeah, it was a hard thing, but I did. But we went up front right after she passed away, all smoke, and we went through 7 different lighters trying to light her cigarettes, and none of them would work. And my grandmother hated that we all smoked too, which is something that was like really interesting.
That's so cool.
Yeah, we actually ended up lighting our cigarettes on the stove. And that barely even worked though too. It was like it was funny.
She was probably so mad.
It was crazy, yeah. Like it was really crazy moment. And like I literally just got a new lighter that day too. That's an interesting thing about it.
Wow, that's so. From there, you're just like, okay.
And that really made me think, like, and I could like kind of feel her there too. Like, it really did feel like she was there with us. It really did feel like that. And that's something that truly made me believe, though, like that there is something else going on here, and maybe it really sparked my interest in all this. In the paranormal.
So personal. I love it.
Yeah, after that, I started like actually going to places that were supposedly haunted and stuff like that. You know, like
isn't it fun?
Yeah, and like
it's just so much fun. I'm telling you guys, like it's such a fun healing hobby to just go on adventures.
It's crazy. Life is something. It's definitely something. And it basically just all spiraled since then. Really, you know, it just kept going on, and like things have gotten bigger, and you know, Wildwood came to be, and all that.
Yeah, it's like it was meant to be.
Yeah,
like you've been on the fast track ever since your grandmother passed away to just exploring it and understanding it. And actually, you may not know this. Well, I guess you don't know this yet, but I'm about to tell you that you're very quotable because Joey. Hi, I know you're watching. Hopefully you better be. And Serenity of Other Side Investigations spent some time with you somewhat recently. And then I had them on my podcast, and Joey quoted you. And I love this. Like, I think about it all the time, that you had said that spirits cannot just go anywhere, but they can go anywhen.
Yeah.
I love that so much. Could you talk about that a little more?
Yeah, so like I had this
like I did say that.
I did say that, and I love that he said that. He quoted me. That's awesome.
And something we were actually talking about with Zach at Wildwood too is people after they go to the next realm, they don't just it's not just they're stuck there. Once they get like some form of intelligence, he's said in his research, he feels that, and he could feel free to correct me if he's listening, that they can't only go anywhere, but anywhen.
Oh, I love that.
That they
anywhen.
Any timeline, like back in history, forward in history, in present day, and that we're all kind of like on a timeline, and time moves linear for us. So when they happen to come into this timeline, that's when we're getting communications between these.
I say that all the time, actually. So I have like this theory, like where I think with spirits that they're not really bound to one time period. Like us being living, we're bound to a linear time where we're born and then we go through life and we die, right? And I think as spirit and spirit form, you are able to travel to different time periods. Like say, for instance, being here, they're able to go back to the time period that the sanitarium once was and go back and forth.
Oh.
And that's why they are willing and want to stay here. Is because they're able to travel around. Time works very differently for them. It doesn't work the same way.
Cool.
Because in the physical realm, our physical state, time would just keep going. But in their state, why would it? Why would it? If they have no physical form to rely on, they're not going to age or anything. So why would it matter for them?
You're talking about something that's like metaphysics now.
Yeah, it's a lot more freedom. And that's exactly what it is. It's exactly what like the spiritual realm is. And my belief, what I understand from it, is that there is so much more freedom. And that's why we choose to even come and reincarnate and as physical form as we are right now, is because it creates almost like a challenge. Whereas when you're in the spiritual form, you can have almost anything you want when you want. By thinking about it, it just manifests instantly.
Oh my God.
So when you're in the physical form,
we're going to have to do a part 2 of this interview.
when you're in the physical form, it creates that challenge to go gain something, to go after it, to chase after it, to build upon it, to work upon it. And, you know, it's something to do, essentially. And this is again when I was 16, which is a really weird thing.
Age.
Is that it definitely is, you know, I had a lot of significant things happen to me spiritually at that age. But I accidentally astral projected like out of my body, and I didn't mean
Accidentally.
to. Accidentally. I didn't mean to. Like I wanted to go see my friend in Australia really badly. That I had an online friend in Australia. I wanted to see her really bad. I wanted to visit her really bad. She's like a second mom to me, like growing up and everything. She gave me a lot of advice and everything. She was awesome. She was the mother herself, and she would always give me advice, and she was the sweetest lady ever. But yeah, I wanted to really go visit her in Australia. I didn't have the money at the time or funds at the time, but I remember going to sleep and like just really wanting that and just feeling so at peace though, and just so like blissful. Like I just felt like a really good emotional state when I really wanted this too. And all I kept thinking about was how like bad I wanted this. And then I remember I came out of my body and I like teleported there. Like I went there so fast and like I seen her whole house and everything. And I woke up and I actually described to her all this stuff, and then she showed me on video of her house and all these things. I was telling her like where like this bookcase she had was, all these other different things, and some of the books on there, all this stuff, and she was like mind blown because she was like, "How do you know all this?"
You seriously teleported.
Yeah, I told her all these different. Like literally, I was like kind of freaking her out a bit by how accurate my description was.
Remote viewing too.
Yeah, it was almost like that, and you know that's how
I practice that or see if you can strengthen that skill.
I definitely have a good sense with that, and remote viewing too. I'm definitely actually really good with that stuff, and I'm good with like I know when people are talking about me too. Like I can like sense it a lot usually. Also, like me and my wife have a really strong connection with each other. I can literally sense when she comes around. Cause like I know her energy that well. I know when she's around. Like I don't need no locations or anything on my phone. I know when she's around because I just know her presence that well.
So
and her energy
are you sure
that, well.
that you're entirely human, or are you like some kind of spiritual force of some kind? I think it's just strong in you. The force is strong in you.
I think everybody's capable of this stuff.
Yeah.
Everybody.
But you've been practicing it for a while.
I just think like you kind of really have to work on it. It's like a muscle. It's like a muscle. That's when it comes to anything that's like this, like any kind of psychic abilities, it's a muscle you have to keep working on. I'm not saying that I'm good at all this stuff though. There's just certain things I'm actually really good at. My intuition's pretty sharp too. I ignore it sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty bad with it. So I have like, what I described to as like, I have two sides of me. I have like my rational brain and like the other side too. And like, they'll fight with each other. You know, my rational side tries to like, to be like, no, like that's not really. And like a lot of times my intuition, my spirit is telling me, and I haven't listened to it at times. It's a problem trusting that side. I think a lot of people deal with that. You know, a lot of people.
But not everybody knows that that's what's going on. Well, so you have a lot of self-awareness.
We're taught to listen to the rational side of us.
To the world.
The world, like that's the problem. Is we're all taught that's the one you should listen to.
Yes.
But the intuition side is
usually
usually right.
So
it's
you
usually
don't
right.
cross the street into traffic or something.
Well, yeah, it's like even like about people, you know, sometimes they'll tell you, oh, this person's bad or whatever. Oh, you shouldn't be like, and you won't listen though, because you want to give them the benefit of doubt, right? Like the rational side, like I want to be friends with this person. No, like I really, like your physical side was like, I really want like, and then sure enough, they end up doing something bad to you or something.
And you ignored
you're like,
your intuition.
oh wow, I should have listened to myself, you know? And this happened to me more times. Like, oh, honestly, I'm just like, I have too good of a heart too. I like to try to give people a chance all the time. That's just
well,
it.
that's how you stay open and connected to this other realm too, though. It's
love.
through your heart. It's through the love. So you wouldn't want to do
you're right.
that.
No, you're right. Try to heal my heart. You know, that's something I've always tried to do. It's like a lot of things in life, a lot of people and everything, and a lot of people, other people deal with this. I'm not unique to it. Is that people try to hurt you? You know, people hurt you, or life hurts you. Friends hurt you, family. You know, loved ones. You know, what are relationships? You know, I've been burned in the past by some relationships too. You know, and that can really hurt your heart. And that's how some people close themselves off. You know, they end up closing themselves off, and they end up really like not opening up to love anymore,
and they're just cutting
like,
themselves
and
off.
And that cuts you off, really. You think about it from spirituality. And I did a lot of meditating, and everything, and I still do meditating.
I can tell it shows.
I still meditate and everything, and you have to do that. You have to heal yourself. How I told you about the whole me being 16-year-old thing and all that. After my late teen years were really hard. I'm not gonna lie, they were really, really hard because I started to gain much more awareness of what was going on around me and like people and everything. And like it got to a point where it got really dangerous for me, where I actually felt like I was going really crazy at one point. And like
because you could see everything so clearly.
Well, everything just felt like I was too aware, to the point where it was freaking me out.
Yeah,
like
too much information coming in.
It was too much. It was too much.
But you were waking up, though.
Yeah,
actually, you just were so young that you didn't know how to manage it yet.
It can be hard to manage. Part of me hated the gifts I had, and I don't even describe them as gifts. Like the things I came into.
But I like what you're saying, because the way that you're describing it, and I don't even know if you realize it, but you're using the word parts, which is something in psychotherapy that I work with a lot. Internal family systems, parts work.
Yeah.
So it's not that you're anxious or you're depressed. It's that part of you is anxious. Part of you is depressed. Because if we use the words where we're claiming that I am this thing, then that's it. You're screwed. You're stuck in that. But if part of you is anxious, then you could be like, all right, let me bring in another part of you that isn't, to try to help work on that part. So as you're saying, like, part of you was overwhelmed by it. Part of you felt like you were going crazy. But there was another part of you, obviously, because you've made a success of your life, that was still very grounded and worldly and knew what he was doing. And so I hope that you thank both of those parts, because they've come together beautifully.
The biggest issue with our society as a whole is that everything moves so fast. And everything's just going faster and faster that people don't even have time even. They don't feel like they have time to sit down and like actually work on themselves. And I think during like the COVID epidemic, it changed a lot of people's thought process because no one was working.
Yeah.
Or a lot of people weren't working, so they had a lot of time to self-reflect. You know, like everything slowed down almost. And like I think it freaked some people out, but then also it helped some people like come into themselves and like really like.
I feel like a lot of people had a COVID
it definitely
lining.
helped me. It helped me. I'm not gonna it definitely helped me a lot. Like I came into myself a lot more during the epidemic too. I think that's really when I actually started to get my power back.
It's interesting because I feel like the spirits that are here are really excited that you're here too.
Yeah, they love me here.
Yeah,
they do. They
I could
really
feel
do.
that.
They
you
do.
belong, you know, and you're doing really good work.
We're almost like family at this point. That's really how I describe them. Is like that.
Are you gonna
like
have Thanksgiving dinner here with them?
We have had family events here at times.
Are you serious?
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
I can't wait to get a tour.
Yeah.
Come in.
Well, I'm willing to do more later.
Yeah, oh
at
my
some
God,
point if you
amazing.
want.
Yeah, I would love to do a part two. It's so good talking to you, for sure.
Course.
Lots of info. So now we're going to get a tour because my friends are here. So thank you for taking the time.
Definitely.
I can't wait to talk to you again. Yeah, that was really 100%. Insightful.
You can, we can record like me talking about the history if you want. In 1903, this guy, Dr. John Henderson, he purchased it. And he was the owner of the building. And this was his sleep physician, Carol Perry. So Henderson had this idea of renovating up into this osteopathic clinic where they had 10 to 12 patients at a time, and they treated addiction and mental illness here at first. They actually had a whole holistic approach. They didn't believe in modern forms of medication at all here. They were trying something very different. And then in the 1920s, they started taking in patients for tuberculosis because of the pandemic at the time. They were actually forced by the town to do that. So they went from treating non-contagious diseases to contagious diseases. And I actually think that's what ended up like taking them out of the whole thing, just in general, because it went against their practices so heavily, and I don't think they really wanted to do that. Like I said, they're forced, and I think that really took a big toll on what they were trying to do here, and it didn't last much longer after that.
So this, while we were chatting, it said, I once lived here. I like the woods. The lady attacks people.
Oh. She said she wanted to do it with me. I'm like, what, EDM therapy?
Yeah, you're like, I'm all
We're gonna
for it.
rave? Like, what are you talking about? Like,
I never-
I was talking to my therapist about it and doing
It's
that.
very powerful.
Yeah, I have a lot of traumatic experiences, so and that kind of taught me how to do tours, and it warmed me up to doing tours. I would tour around like 10, 15 people at a time, and I'd show them how to use the equipment and all that and everything, show them the whole facility, and it helped me do this.
It all
Came together.
Meant to be.
No, it literally all came together. We have a food pantry we have at front of the building that we offer for the community, and anybody's welcome to donate to that as well. And it just kind of goes full circle.
Do you find that people use it?
Oh yeah, people definitely use it, for
so
sure.
sweet.
It actually gets cleared out nearly daily. People use it that much.
Awesome.
So
Paraclue.
I have Paraclue on YouTube, and actually it's even right here on the wall, even right here. Yeah. Paraclue on YouTube. We do a vodcast every Tuesday at 8 p.m. and it's an interactive vodcast, so it's a little bit different from your typical like vodcast podcast. So we sit there, we'll talk for 30 minutes, and then we'll start accepting in callers to join in on the stream with us and ask us any questions or tell their stories. And then a bit after that, we share some memes and stuff, and then we also go into a live investigation after that here.
Yeah, that's just.
Yeah, I think it might be.
Stop. Oh. It's like an
That's
EDM
so
show
weird.
here.
So this is our gift shop area. We got earrings. My wife makes earrings and stuff like that. We got crystals and tarot cards.
We need matching Ouija boards.
70s Tommy lived here, and he actually drowned in the river down the street here. And we dedicate this room to him. We'll let people leave offerings and toys for him. And we have a bed in here for people to sleep in overnights as well.
I feel like some strong energy in
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, I feel it too.
Tommy, if you're in here with us, can you come closer to one of these cool devices we have? Hi. Hi.
That was pretty clear.
That was pretty clear.
Something followed me from over here. That's what it felt like.
The light kicked on when you said that.
Yeah, this corner here. And then by the time I got to the stairs, I wanted to start running.
Can he feel you? Light lit up when I said that.
And it's jumped up a whole degree,
What did it start at?
61.8.
That wanted to join me when I was walking down the stairs.
Light went off when you said that.
Tommy, are you down here? Is there anybody here that'd like to sit down for story time? You down here?
Stethoscope is moving.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Is it me? Oh, wow, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do some EVP work off these.
Explain this equipment.
It said bone picker.
Oh. That stethoscope is still swinging.
Is it? That's.
It's
Look at
moving in
it.
an odd way.
Oh my god! It's
It just started going the other way.
Did it?
It reminds me of like a pendulum.
Yeah, because it was going one way and now it's going the other way.
Oh,
Did the cable just light up?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
oh, magnetic field again. Getting hotter.
The forest is home.
Okay.
Was that you that touched the flashlight? Can you touch it again? Thank you.
Can you come close to the bell? Yes, thank you. Does that take a lot of energy to do?
Thank you.
Your name Winifred? Oh.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi. Thank you. Can you come close to some of our devices?
That was
Thank you.
what's your
Look at that. Static.
Oh, you said that one's hard to light up.
What's it? What'd she say?
You know what?
Slightly agree.
It flashes
You
out
said
so
you
fast.
said it's hard to light up, and it said slightly agree.
Mm-hmm. Do you guys smell that all of a sudden?
You smell something?
Yeah, like, I don't know. Almost like what gas smells like when you can smell it.
You're too much for me.
big room?
You're too much for me.
Is there too many people in here? Yes?
Is there a lady here? All right, I'll tell you what I've got. All right, so a lot of things happened.
Do you like me?
And man, she was not kidding. You're about to see one of the craziest things I have ever seen during an investigation. A dark shadow figure with no heat signature comes through the wall, crawls down the side, and reappears on the other side of the wall. Now, she was down here by herself for a couple of hours, and we had multiple cameras set up in different positions. We had UV cameras, body cams, and nothing picked up anything else. She never heard anything or noticed anything other than what we recorded.
What was that? Oh, the flashlight. The flashlight went off.
The candle went back on.
Woohoo! It's a party up in here.
Cold spot. Are you making it colder in here? Oh, thank you.
Talking with Zach reminded me of something powerful, that the spirits at Wildwood Sanitarium have stories, just like we do. Some are aware, some are lost, some are stuck in the moments that shape them, and some, as Zach says, may not just travel anywhere, but anywhen. And after hearing his experiences, from the old bathhouse to the spirits who feel like family, tonight's investigation brought all of it full circle. Especially the dark mass we captured crawling down the doorway. A reminder that this place is very much alive with energy, memory, and presence. Thank you for joining me through this journey of Wildwood's history, its hauntings, and its humanity. If this episode moved you or made you curious, remember to subscribe and follow along, because this is what we do here. Heal from haunts and the ghosts of traumas past. Until next time, haunted hearts, be gentle with your ghosts.